I'm Jacquelyn from Your Fullest Expression, and I'm just coming to you today to share one of my resources that I pick up off of my bookshelf all the time and reuse it probably twice a year. And so this book is called The CrossRoads of Should and Must by Elle. And it was a book I discovered, I want to say 3 years ago, and I've, like I said, used it pretty consistently. So the premise behind The CrossRoads of Should and Must is that as individuals, we're constantly torn between what we should do and what we feel like we want to do. And so what Elle does is she outlines what should is, and she says that she describes it as how other people want us to live our lives, but the difference is must is how we feel like we want to live our lives, like our authentic self and what we believe and other things. And most of the time, those things don't align. And so we're torn between should and must, and we come to a crossroads. And one thing that I really like about this book is it identifies what a should is, like what you think you should be doing, and what a must is and what you feel like you really want in your life. And we all come to that crossroad and we don't know what we want and we don't know what to do, and this is a perfect time to pick up this book. And so she outlines the shoulds that have been placed upon us in society. So you should work a 9 to 5, you should get benefits, you should have a family at some point, you should settle down and not move all the time. And then she lets you know that musts, like what you believe are okay. So I must not work a 9 to 5 because it's doesn't align with any of the values that I want and I want for myself. So that crosses over with each other. It's like, what do I want? I don't know what to do. Like, what am I, like freaking out. And that's why I pick up this book all the time, because it happens to us, especially as younger individuals and individuals all over this, all age ranges. What do I want to do? Like, I know I should probably go be earning this much at this company, but I really just want to paint, or I really just want to, work with kids at a daycare. All of these things are fine, but we're most often told that they're not fine. And so one thing that I like is it is very visual. And so if you look it up, she's an artist herself. So she does a lot of the paintings, and I'll admit at 26, I'll pick up a book with pictures. I'm more likely to pick up a book with pictures. And so the visuals really capture it in. And so the way that the book works, it identifies what a should is, it identifies what a must is, and then it lets you explore those things and see what you really want in time. So it's not like bombarded with text. That's why I pick it up so frequently, because it's really organized well, and I can just pick up like, okay, here it is, like I want this, what should I do, yada yada. And so you go through it one by one. I like just the quotes too. She's a fantastic artist. For instance, I used this book this week, and here's a personal example of how I used it. So I used to be a teacher, and I was offered, or really told about, my old job that I left a couple years ago, and they offered me the job back. And in my mind, I was like, dude, maybe this is what it is. Like, maybe it's fate that they're calling me, and I kind of liked that city, and I left for personal reasons, but now I wouldn't mind going back. And so I picked up this book, and I really started to identify what my musts are right now in my life, because your musts are different every year, like all the time. Your interests change, your life changes. Maybe you have a significant other that your musts are now dependent on, like maybe you want to work together, things like that. And so I outlined my musts in my bullet journal. I'm trying to find it. But I outlined my musts in my bullet journal, and I was like, this is what I really want out of life. These are the things that make me feel alive. These are the things that I want in my life every single day, not just on the weekends, or not just when I have time. I need to make time for these things because these things make me feel alive. And so I made a huge list, and throughout the entire list, not once did teaching come up. Yes, coaching came up, but teaching in a classroom and teaching middle schoolers did not come up as the top things that make me feel alive. And so it was kind of helped me go through that crossroads in one day. So instead of taking about a week going back and forth of, this job is cool, I'll make a lot of money, I'll save a lot of money, I'll do more things, I'll help kids, I'll do all these things, and then I just outlined my musts and what I really, really think I need right now, or what makes me feel alive, which is what I think we need all the time, and went over it, and I was like, oh, teaching's not on there. Moving to Arizona is not on there. I'm good. And so it helps me tackle the crossroad of kind of this big opportunity in a much faster pace. But it also helps like a larger aspect of, I have no idea, where you're at that point where you have no idea what you want. You're finishing college. Do you really want to do your major? You're entering retirement. What do I want to do with my newfound freedom and time? And so I recommend this book to everyone in all walks of life, any age range, because it'll help you identify what you must have in your life, and it'll help you be happier and joyful. I know that it's helped me be happier in like the last 3 years. I pull it out and I'm like, okay, this is it. Do I want that job? They'll pay me like a ton of money, but that's fine. I don't really want it. It's not on my must. And so realigning your life with things that are on your must is one of my things that I tell my clients. So I think it's super important for you to at least look up this book, try it out, talk about it with a friend. If you have any questions, let me know, because it's not like I get paid to sponsor this book. I'm telling you about this book because it's changed my life on multiple occasions. So this is going to be in the resource section, and I'll link a little bit about my blog post to things that I've talked about and other instances that it's helped me, because like I said, it's helped me probably about 6 times since I bought the book. So I'll share another example aside from the one that happened this week. But if you have any questions, let me know, and continue to check out my resources. Thank you for listening.